All right, we've got Bailey Tabling and Asia Baxter who would like to get the questions started for the players.
In a game where you guys kind of lose like a very important piece and are kind of struggling to rebound the ball, what is going to be the message moving forward to learn from a game like today?
Yeah, Coach Bob's been talking about it. We've been getting out rebounded these last couple games. I mean, I think we might have had more rebounds than Bowling Green, but these last couple games before them, we've been losing the rebound battle. So throughout the week in practice, he's just been reiterating, we got to box out, we got to rebound, and that was one of the big things on film was boxing them out and rebounding, and we just struggled to do that today.
Brandon Gross with the Post. So the first quarter was a big struggle for the team with 0 made field goals and 9 turnovers. How did that have an effect on the rest of the game?
I think it just kind of put us down a little bit. I mean, it sucks to say, but just seeing like the scoreboard or just seeing that, we're not getting what we want. We did come together as a team. It's okay. Shots will fall. We'll get it on the next play. So just, sticking together whenever we can. But I think it did kind of limit us a little bit to what we wanted to do.
During the course of the game, especially in the first part of that game, Toledo was doing a really good job of really staying on your three-point shooters and really not letting you guys get a lot of space from outside. What is one way you guys really were able to not only adapt to it today, but also take this as a lesson moving forward into the game Wednesday, next Saturday, Sunday, whatever the next game might be?
Yeah, Toledo obviously is a good team. I mean, they had a great game plan coming into it. Kind of took us by surprise. We haven't seen that kind of defense this year. So it's definitely a toll on. I know if I was getting guarded that way, and I believe Asia was as well for most of the game. So it's just kind of difficult to kind of try to adapt in the middle of the game. So we talked to coaches, at halftime and timeouts, whatever it was, and we just tried to find our way to the rim, honestly.
One more question for the players.
With the first quarter being slow offensively, how did the defense kind of carry the load for the first half of the game?
I think just making sure that we're helping each other. We always say help the helper, so making sure that we're helping the helper, but also just communicating. I think we got a little lost or confused a little bit at times, but making sure that we come together every free throw or next huddle, and we're just letting each other know okay, let's do this better, let's do that better every time. So.
Cool.
Thank you, guys.
Can you just give us your initial thoughts on today's game?
I think the Turn It Gold Foundation is a tremendous foundation. I think any foundation that speaks for children who often are voiceless in our society, whether it's Turn It Gold and their fight on childhood cancer, or it's advocates that are fighting for kids that are abused, advocates that are fighting for kids that are underfed. I think all of those foundations need our help and need our support. And I think we as a society have to do a better job of protecting our children. And this is, Turn It Gold does a really good job, and I'm proud to be associated with them. I'm proud that this game was a part of that. So, I think I wish we would have won, but it really puts life in perspective.
Questions for Coach?
Yeah, excuse me, Mark Olson, WVB. When you guys are getting out rebounded like that, is there one thing that you're trying to say in the huddle or kind of trying to reinforce to the team in order to kind of change that fact, whether it be more gang rebounding or putting two bodies on, people in the paint, things of that nature?
Yeah, I mean, I thought at times we did a nice job, and then we had too many breakdowns. We had breakdowns. Part of our rebounding breakdowns came from people being out of position when the shot went up, and then we're fighting, and we're out of position when the shot goes up, and then you're out of position to rebound. But yeah, we certainly need to address that and do a better job of rebounding.
Brandon Gross with the Post. You're back at the Convo this Wednesday. What do you take away from this loss to help get a win next week?
I don't know. I don't know. We turn the ball over too much, and we're a bad rebounding team. And tonight we turned the ball over too much, and we're a bad rebounding team. We knew that coming into the game. Until we're able to get those two things fixed, we're limited on how good we can be. So I wish I could fix them because we've been a bad rebounding team for a month and a half. This isn't a new problem, I'm disappointed in myself that I haven't been able to find a way to get us better at that. And I'm disappointed with the way that we take care of the basketball. That's something that we should be better. We should do better now at this stage of the game. We as a staff, which obviously starts with me, we got to get that figured out. Because we owe it to our players to figure that out so that we can have a chance to win. So that's certainly something that we need to do.
Can you talk about any sort of ways that you intend on trying to fix those two issues? Is there something that you're really going to look at in film, or that you're really going to try and do in order to fix the rebounding and turnover issues?
Yeah, I think the one way you can fix the rebounding is to drill it in practice. That's just a scary initiative this time of year, especially with the number of people that we finished this game with. It's like, what are you going to do on Monday? And how much of this are you going to do on Monday and Tuesday when, by the looks of things, we could be down to 7 players on Wednesday. And so we need all 7 of those players healthy. But I think that's where you start. I think some of it's mindset and challenging and having kids set goals to try to do it better on both the rebounding and the turnover. I think those are both some of those turnovers are mindset things as well, and just trying to mentally approach it and understand the importance of it. And part of the problem is that we've won some games and by getting out rebounded because we've been able to overcome that with good shooting. And obviously tonight was not a good shooting night, and so then those rebounding numbers really stick out at you.
One last question for Coach, anybody?
Yeah, I can give another. When you talk about being a little bit undermanned, especially going into a big game on Wednesday, what is one thing that you're going to ask your players, especially those that maybe come off the bench a little bit, to really give the team?
Just a great effort. That's all we ask any of our kids is to go out and play as best they can, and we'll deal with whatever comes of that. I don't think we looked. I don't think we played quite fast enough tonight, and I think we need to. That would be the one thing that we would address is whoever it is. We have to do things faster. We have to have better tempo in our screening action, and the ball didn't move very well. We were bad at passing tonight. We were bad at passing it to each other. We passed it to Toledo. We threw it out of bounds. We didn't find open players. Then sometimes we just flat out didn't pass it. So I think that would be the message, is that the ball's got to start moving again, and things of that sort just kind of stuck tonight, and we suffered the consequences of it. Thanks, everyone.